This is Jim Basinski, and welcome to an Outsports Olympic video podcast. I'm here today to give you a brief, no pun intended, illustrated history of swimsuit through the ages. As the Olympics are upon us, there's a big raging controversy over swimsuits and the technological advantages that the new one have. Believe it or not, I'm an Olympic swimmer. Believe it or not, number two, I'm wearing one of the new high-tech Olympic swimsuits. Actually, it might be an early prototype, but the new ones look very similar to this. They take 20 minutes to put on, they cost $500, and they're so aerodynamic that record after record have been set. Pretty much a lot of the top elite swimmers in this year's games in Beijing will be wearing such suits. And there's a big dispute in the swimming world over the advantage they give to those who don't wear the suits. And should it be allowed? And if they shave a couple hundredths of a second off, that could be the difference between a gold medal and no medal. So there's a big dispute over various swimming federations and should they be allowed or not. From my standpoint, the dispute has nothing to do with the competitive aspect, but the pure aesthetic aspects. Guys simply look awful in these things. They look kind of bulky and frumpy and simply don't exhibit the sleek bodies that they have underneath these suits. As I said, this will be a little bit of a history, so I'm going to show you a couple of suits that are a lot more pleasing to the eye and don't go back very far. Take this model. This was worn by Michael Phelps to win some of his gold medals. As you can see, it's a little bit longer, a little more aerodynamic, but still gives some great eye candy, at least the people who have kind of swimmers' bodies, which we hope most male Olympians have. But I prefer even the briefer version of the suit that was popularized in the 1940s and 50s. We call it kind of the Speedo model, or the very small brief one. Ta-da! It certainly did not stop Mark Spitz from winning 7 gold medals in it, and it provided the actual best example of eye candy. And you actually see these suits worn by divers even these days, and water polo players. Although in the water polo world, they actually wear 2 of these suits because one of them is going to get usually torn off in competition. So if I was a czar of swimming, I would mandate that all men wore a Speedo brief type thing. Guys look terrific in them. No one could claim they had a technological advantage over their opponent, and I think pure swimming skill would win out. Now, if you really want to be a Puritan about it, at least a purist about it, we can go back to the ancient Olympic ideal, started in Greece, where they competed in the nude. So I can give you a demonstration of that, but for that, you're going to have to wait for the video that's going to be appearing on next to. This is Jim Basinski, a brief history of the Olympic swimsuit for Outsports.com.